Hey everybody, hope you're all doing great. Uh, you'll notice there's already cards on the table. I was having technical difficulties with the beginning of the video. But so anyway, I started out with this Spill the Tea deck, and we got temporary distance. The distance in a relationship is temporary, and things may reconnect later. Adventure awaits, an unknown adventure awaits in the relationship. Pretending to be fine, you may appear strong outwardly while feeling vulnerable. And family ties. Family dynamics are influencing the relationship. So, we're going to get a little bit more on each and see what's really going on. But we have definitely some kind of separation or no. I hesitate to say no contact, but definitely distance between you and someone, and you pretending to be fine about that, or we'll see um, what we get first. Temporary distance. Protect your heart. Okay, so the distance that's being created right now is to protect your heart. So I feel like this collective, would have been the one to initiate the distance if it was something that you felt was protecting yourself, or your heart, I should say. Adventure awaits. Unmasking motives and testing limits. Excuse me. Um, huh. I mean, I immediately feel that as I'm seeing it as the adventure. I mean, adventure awaits, testing your limits and unmasking motives. I kind of feel like if you were unmasking things and there were limits being tested, that would probably feel like quite an adventure. Uh, especially if it's a relationship dynamic. So I'm not sure that I see this adventure awaits energy as being a good thing. I almost feel it as like the adventure that awaits is actually a challenge that awaits more than adventure, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a challenge that's coming up that's going to unmask motives and test your limits. We'll get more with another deck on that, but let's get one for pretending to be fine. Bridging differences and mixed signals. Okay. So I am feeling this immediately as, with this pretending to be fine energy, this collective, you're giving mixed signals right now because you are trying so hard to pretend to be fine and I and I guess bridge differences between the way you think with someone. Like it almost gives me the vibe of, whether it's with this person that you've put distance between, because again, for some reason, even though it says temporary distance and protect your heart, I'm not feeling like a no contact energy. It's just feeling like one of those things where, like, I need to step back. Like, not that you're not talking to this person anymore, but you're also not moving forward. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the distance is more, like, yes, it could be physical. Like, I feel like there's an aspect of telling this person you shouldn't see each other for a while, but yeah, I don't feel like there's a no contact situation. It feels like you're still talking to this person, but there's a distance emotionally and physically. You're just not moving forward because you're protecting your heart right now. but because I'm feeling this, the bridging differences and pretending to be fine with the mixed signals, I feel like it's like the energy, like you're trying, obviously pretending to show this person that you're okay, that you're fine. How do I explain this? It's almost like this person connected to you would be kind of confused right now because the signals and the way you're acting right now would be like it would be making them feel like, oh, they agree with me, they see where I'm coming from, like, but at the same time you're pretending I don't know. I'm having a hard time putting this into words. I'm seeing this bridging differences as this collective just trying to agree with whatever's around you right now, because you're pretending to be fine. It's like you don't want to, like I said, you're protecting your heart right now, so it's like you want to just pretend that you're fine and just kind of not have any waves with anybody right now. Like this bridging differences feels like you're just trying to get along with everybody, you're just trying to not have conflict or confrontation. So it's like these mixed signals are a combination of you pretending to be fine and just telling people what you think they want to hear in that moment, so that no conflict arises, you know what I mean? I hope that made sense. But then I immediately feel this row here as like that testing limits, unmasking motives. I'm kind of feeling this as what might be coming this collective's way, especially since it's under like adventure. Like I said, I think it's a challenge that's awaiting, and I think it has to do with unmasking this and testing the limits of how long you're willing to just say you're fine. I'm out of this illusion of it protecting your heart somehow. Let's get one for family ties. Oh, that was fast. Push and pull. Okay, so there could be some family dynamics with either of you that kind of create a push and pull with whether this could work or not, or maybe something to do with what created the distance. Let's get one more for the family ties and push and pull. Like maybe you feel torn between what your family expects of you, or what their family, something with family expectations and what you actually want. Maybe there's a push and pull in that kind of way. Spilled beans. Someone is about to reveal everything. No holds barred. Sorry, staring. I'm just, I mean, it clearly aligns with this row of unmasking motives, testing the limits of, pretending to be fine. So I'm feeling this spill the beans as something to do with that energy, but I'm struggling to tie it to the tie it to the family ties. It could be that you tell someone, in like the first person you stop pretending to be fine to is someone in your family who I mean that could be a detail, but I'm still stuck. I'm more focused on this push and pull between them. And again, this could really just, I had the deviation of maybe there's differences in how your family's expectations or traditions or whatever might be different from what you actually want, which could be creating some of this too, and why you feel like you have to protect your heart, and create some distance. So I'm feeling this as maybe the push and pull between saying how you really feel, and because it's in between those, you know what I mean? It's really, so the push and pull between your family, whether it's your family or theirs or both, There's something to do with family that is the reason why you're distancing, trying to protect yourself, pretending to be fine. I feel like it has to do with right now choosing family and their expectations and whatever over what your own heart wants. And I'm feeling this as the push and pull between continuing to choose family or spilling the beans and, you know, saying what you really want. So let's go to a different deck. Let's actually see. Let me think. Maybe I'll look at. I'm just gonna get. I want to clarify a couple of these rows a little bit more. So let's actually. I'm gonna leave this here, and separately, I'm gonna get what's in this. Man, I don't know why I'm so like. I am so like in between her. I feel this push and pull energy so bad. It's like I don't know what to. It's like I don't know what to do to clarify more, and I feel like that could reflect something in this collective of just not knowing what, like I really feel like there's more than one, especially if this here, I feel like there's more than one thing that would have to come out in these beans. Like there's more than one bean, right? Spill the beans, not the bean. I feel like there's more than one thing that has to come out in here, and I feel like that's why I'm struggling to know which deck to go to all right, but let's do this. Let's get more on the temporary distance and protect your heart row. Okay, the Sun and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this is your heart. This is your happiness and stuff, right? The Sun. And it came out upright. So it's there. It exists. So whoever this person is connected to you, I feel like this is how you view them, like your happiness, your sun, which you would. I don't feel like you would be so conflicted in what you're conflicted in if you didn't feel anything for this person, right? Because if you didn't want to be with them, then who cares what your family thinks about it? Because you just wouldn't be with them, right? But you want to be with this person. They're your sun, right? They're your happiness, your joy, your warmth. Your safe place. But with the Nine of Wands in reverse coming out with the Sun, it's like you're not ready to go there yet. Because Nine of Wands upright, that's like a determined, at the gate of, the threshold of something new, like ready to go, ready to drop those 10 wands and keep going. But in reverse, it's like something is holding you back from feeling determined that you could go forward with this. It's like you're stuck behind this fence right now. Like here's you with like your determination, right? It's like, and it's lit. You want it, but you're still right now. You're still kind of stuck behind this fence with it, protecting your heart. Literally, it's like you're still kind of stepping back a little, protecting this, not quite going forward with it. You don't want it to get snuffed out as soon as you step out the gate. So I'm feeling this as you're just the distance you're creating with this person, obviously temporary because you don't want it to be forever. There's something on the cusp of happening here. The Nine of Wands is like something, the cusp of something. She's ready to go. She's ready to start, but you're right there, but not taking the step forward. But it's because I'm seeing this protect your heart as it's not a selfish like like a running, like a runner kind of vibe. It's more like protecting your heart from, like, it doesn't feel like just your heart. Like, it really feels like they're whatever this has to do with family, it obviously would hurt both of you because it's keeping you at this kind of distance, right? Um, but maybe we'll get more on whose family. And like it could be both. I guess I don't have a strong energy either way. Whose family? It could be both. But let's keep going. Excuse me. Adventure awaits. That's too many. Oh, see, this is funny. The Three of Wands gives me very similar vibes to excuse me, the Nine of Wands in reverse, but the Three of Wands is like that's like more her when she first started out, right? Three of Wands is like this is the surfboard here. Like she's got the surfboard here. She's got what she believes she needs, what she thinks she needs, like all she thinks she needs. She's ready to step forward. She's looking out to what she can have. She can see, but in reverse, it's such similar vibes to this, except this is more new. This is more like, how do I explain that more? This energy of not going forward, like this is something that you're ready for. You like this, like it's your son, right? Like it's something that you you've been carrying with you for a while, like but this is more new energy, and for it to be under this, like where I feel a challenge awaits, I feel like it's a new challenge, right? It's something that you see coming, but you're kind of resisting. It's like you are kind of ready, with what you need, right? Because you have your person that you want to be with, so you have that already, but you don't have the confidence, I guess, right now, or I just feel like there's something with the family that you don't feel like they're going to be accepting, and that holds you back. But the challenge is unmasking and testing how you're gonna how long you're gonna allow that to hold you back from what you really want. But with this in reverse, it's clearly showing that it's a new, like you're just starting to see where it's gonna go and what you're gonna have to do, but you're not ready to do it yet. Which again aligns with the energy so far. So pretending to be fine and mixed signals. Okay, yeah, well, that's kind of funny. For it to be under pretending to be fine, that's what this is. This is what you're pretending to be right now. I feel like it feels like you're pretending to be this, and I don't think you're pretending to this person. I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's more pretending, like maybe your family. I'm seeing this more not only as you pretending to be like I got what I need. I'm uh, financially stable, foundationally stable. Like the King of Pentacles for me is like the other king, like the right before the Emperor, right? So he's the King of Wands, he's the King of Cups, he's the King of Swords. He's mindful, he's thoughtful, he's in balance with his emotion, his mind, his creativity, his like the way he takes action, like everything is very like he has his shit together, right? Like he's I've I've heard him referred to as like the ride or die kind of king, and I like that because it's very like, yeah. So it's almost like that's kind of like the energy you've been trying so hard to pretend to be in, like you're fine, but you're not, because you're not in your power right now. You're not. It's like I'm almost feeling this as because Eight of Pentacles in I feel like is like a manifesting, like what, like your abundance, your everything, right? But in reverse, it's like it almost feels like you're manifesting the opposite. Like it's like you're so stuck on the pretending and everything right now that everything you're manifesting around you is reflecting that pretending energy, which I think only brings this closer because it makes everything feel so much heavier around you when the mask is the loudest thing in the room. You know what I mean? And I also, I'm just hearing something about this combination too, also being because there's this family thing. I feel like there's something where somebody's family doesn't believe that. I'm seeing this as them not believing that this person could be this energy ever. Like they can't, like they're not able to manifest this type of thing. That type of stability. It's almost like whoever, I'm going to say it, there's an aspect here of somebody's family believing that this person on your mind that you want to be with isn't good enough for you. Like they won't be able to provide for you the way you deserve. They think the way they think you deserve, right? It's like they think, not that they don't have the best intentions, but it's almost like they expect someone to come along and like basically take care of you is how I feel. And like that's not, I feel like that's not what this collective wants. You want more of like an equal, like, feel. And I feel like that's what you do have with this person, but it's like your someone's family. I guess I feel more like your family in this case doesn't feel like they are up to this standard and that you're like, that you're not seeing, like that you're not seeing or accepting, that you just keep manifesting this. I don't know. It's just this. It's a weird, not a weird feeling. It's the kind of a sad feeling, honestly, to because it's like this collective. I feel like you're kind of stuck, stuck in between. Like your family feeling like this person just isn't good enough for you, and there's nothing you can do to show them that they really are this to you, regardless of what they're able to quote unquote bring to the financial table or whatever. Like it feels like there's something financially here that they don't feel like they can manifest enough for you. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe their family feels like you can't manifest enough for their person. You know what their whatever it's their child or whatever if it's parents involved, but because I do feel like there's something to do here with finances when it comes to the family issue. Like there's an issue there with not being good enough and them not thinking that they could ever be good enough. And again, maybe that's where that kind of bridging differences vibe comes into. You're really trying to show that I think this collective you really would be trying to show that that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You'd be trying to find ways, I think, and I think that also has to do with that testing the limits. It's like I feel like this collective, what whoever's family it is, they'd be the type of family who would constantly say like, like they'd always have something to say about someone who isn't as well off as them. You know, you're like very judgy. That's the kind of, I'm gonna be real, and I feel like this collective, you're not that way, and you're trying to like you're trying to break free from that, which is great, really great. But I feel like your whoever's family is literally testing the limits of you right now with what you're willing to listen to and hear, when you know in your heart, that it doesn't matter, what they can manifest and bring to the table financially. Like, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but like, that's not the basis of feelings of love, right? Of course it matters as far as like building a we're unfortunately we need money to literally live in this country, in this world. Well, you know, but it's not, to you, to this collective, it's not the end all be all of things. Like, I feel like you're the type of collective who's like, as long as we have each other, who cares? Like, that's how I feel like this collective is. And I feel like that's a big part of where this family stuff comes in. Let's get one for that family. Whoa. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, that is I feel like this is showing that this push and pull dynamic messes with, I know it didn't come out in reverse, but it feels like it messes with your Ten of Pentacles, because Ten of Pentacles is like literally abundance, family, emotional stability. It's everything, like, short of being the World card, right? And it's like there is so much disharmony in yours right now, because I feel like prior to this situation, you might have actually had a decent, like, or what you saw as healthy and loving dynamic with a family, or maybe, one or the other. But you see this person as your Ten of Pentacles too, and I feel that's where the push and pull is trying to choose between, or not choose between, but trying to find balance in your Ten of Pentacles, in the family and this, to make it feel like this again, right? I think that's what you want. I think you want the end result of this to be, of this challenge, that, see, I don't know if this challenge is, I feel like the testing of the limits would be happening right now. Excuse me, but I don't know if the unmasking would have happened yet for this reading to come out now. I feel like that's part of what this collective is probably struggling with, is the how much your limits are being tested right now with this situation, and how much you do just want to have your Ten of Pentacles, but you want everybody to want the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's like this collective, you just want, I feel like genuinely you just want everybody to get along. Like, I feel like whether it's their family or your family or both, I feel like you just want there to be harmony. You just want people, you want to bridge the differences. You want to bring people together to be in this dynamic and let people see your son, like, how happy you are. I feel like you're just hoping that they'll focus on how happy you guys are and stop focusing on pentacles, and how your family's expectations on the relationship are like. There's a big something, there's a big thing about finances in here, in family. All right, let's just get what's going on with or actually, let me get, because I'm stuck on using these emotion cards, so let me just see. Conflict, yeah. Clashing, differences, incompatibility. And I feel that with this, that's with this family vibe. I don't feel it with, I mean, yes, of course, it would cause conflict in your relationship because if you can't move forward and it keeps creating distance between you guys because you're trying to protect your heart or their heart or both, you know what I mean? It's going to cause conflict. But like I said, I don't feel like there's a no contact or like a huge separation. It feels more like, hey, maybe we should just take some time apart while we either figure this out or let this settle a little bit. Like it's almost like when you want to wait for your mom to be in the right mood to ask her if a friend could come over. You know what I mean? It's like you almost want to. It's almost like this collective is waiting for something to like you're trying to manifest a moment of being able to show like to take that step forward to spill the beans to like really show your happiness and hope that that is enough for them to support you guys. Let's see, how I'm gonna leave this over here with the family conflict, but how does this person or yeah, let's see, how does this collective's family view the relationship? How does this collective's family view the relationship? Oh, that's on the floor. Okay. You got depth. So maybe it's not the collective's family. How else do they, how does this collective's family view the relationship? Running and depth. Ghosting, disappearing, invisible. For this to be how your family views the relationship, my first instinct is they see depth in it, but maybe they see this person as a runner. Like, for some reason, it makes me feel like, you know how, like, if your family is, like, super intimidating and people, like, kind of, it makes your partners, like, kind of back off, and then they're like, oh, your family's like, oh, what are they running from? Like, well, you, because you're so overbearing. Like, it's almost like that feeling. It's like they see your person or whatever as, like, running, but I think the person is just running from how they get viewed, possibly. But with depth here too, it's like it's almost that feeling of they see it, but they don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like they don't it's I feel like maybe like I said, they see it, but they don't believe that they would stay. I don't know. There's it's contradicting, but it aligns with the push and pull of the family tie row here and the conflict. Let's get one more for how this collective's family views the relationship. Conflicted. Another card of conflict. So maybe your family is like decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Maybe your family is more on the fence right now with it. It's like I said, it's like they see it, but they don't believe it if they consider this person a runner. Like if they think they keep running from you. And I guess that with the temporary distance and you protect your heart, this person could have ran a little bit if they were intimidated by how they were being viewed by your family, which in turn, if they saw that, like if they were very intimidated, like let's just say the person that you're with is not as financially independent as you may be, or maybe as your family is, okay? And they come in and your family is very like I said, like not quiet about, like being I'm gonna say it like it's kind of snobby, right? Like on a high horse. That's because I feel that. Excuse me. Um, but that kind of attitude, that kind of King of Pentacles, high horse, not high horse in a bad way for King of Pentacles, but for your family's way, being so or viewing themselves as so stable and secure that when they look at your person, they kind of like, oh, well, what do you do for a living? Well, what are your plans? Well, do you want to go to college? Well, why didn't you do, it's kind of like that kind of vibe, which I feel has to do with the running. Like maybe they stopped coming around the house so much, or maybe like it really intimidated them to the point where they were the ones who created, like, there's something to do with that too. I felt that strongly. That is, I think, keeping not only your person conflicted, but your family, because they're viewing it as conflicted. Like, well, we asked him all these questions and he just hasn't been back. He's just running away. So how can he really be the one? You know what I mean? Like, it's like they don't want to see that they are kind of the reason that this person ran. It's like now they suddenly don't feel good enough. I don't think that affects how they feel about you or how you feel about them, but something made them, feel not good enough. But let's see, because like I said, it could be both families too. Excuse me. Let's see how the person connected to you, how their family views this relationship. Oh. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You got intuition, pride, and shallow. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care for the um, energy of either of these families' perspectives, because it feels like this one is like this inner knowing. Usually I see intuition as like, oh yeah, you're trusting your, but this one, to come out with these, I'm feeling it more as that like they think they know. You know what I mean? Like they think they know what they're talking about, but they're like arrogance, ego, stubborn, and even and still too, even I some a lot of times see this pride card as not a negative thing, as like a being proud, like, and not in a bad way, not in an egotistical kind of way, but in this energy with shallow, I'm gonna say but I believe it's because they are viewing this really like I feel like there's an aspect of them viewing you and your family as shallow and being arrogant and ego like stubborn, like I feel like the way they view this relationship is they know it's not like, I feel like this person's family would be like telling them like, no, this is never going to work. Look at how they treat you. Look at how shallow and arrogant, you know, her fam I don't her their family is. Gender doesn't matter. I apologize. I try not to use he and she very much unless it's very clear. But it's like their family tells them like, no, we know this isn't going to work. Look at how they view you. They think you're trash. Look how shallow they are. They're looking at, our finances and judging our worth on what we own and what, you know what I mean? And which I'm not, I was hoping to see that one side or the other seemed to be more pro this relationship, but I'm seeing this as just like conflict. It's everywhere because, and this conflict, this challenge is awaiting it. That is, it's testing your limits. It has to do with, you have to unmask your, and I'm seeing your motives as just being like the fact that you want to be with this person, like unmasking that, like saying, spilling the beans. I want to be with this person because they make me happy. I don't care how you see them. I don't care how you see us. I don't care you know what I mean? Like bridging differences. You are trying so hard to bridge these differences to show your family that it's them that made this person run because of the way they're acting, like so high and mighty. And it's also this person's family trying to tell them like they're never going to accept you. Why bother? So it's you're trying to bridge that gap and show your family that you don't care about the money, you care about how you feel about this person, and they want to bridge the difference and show that you, this collective, are not like your family. You are not the one who's focused on hit, like you will love this person no matter what. But I feel like they keep telling your person like look at the way their family treats you, is that really what you want, you know what I mean, like, and can you blame them? Because I'm not I but I think you get it, like I don't think this collective you're under any confusion as to why your person kind of energetically is running and putting distance, because you're both protecting your hearts right now, because you look at what you're in, trying to bridge these differences. This is a challenge that you really are. It makes sense why you're kind of, you don't know where to go next. It's that feeling like I didn't know what deck to go to. It's like you don't know, maybe you don't know what family member to go to first to kind of, or how to do, like, you know what I mean, like it's just like you don't know where to go with this to start chiseling away and bridging these differences. Like which noodle do I pull first to get everybody to, like that Lady in the Tramp moment, which noodle will bring everybody together. um so let's see then. I'm just gonna move these up here. Let's get give me 1 second, let me just grab another deck here. All right, let's get I'm gonna use this deck and just get universe's perspective slash advice going forward, okay? And then we'll end that there. So universe's perspective or advice. Ooh, get 3. That was 1. That flew over there. 2, 3. Okay. So we have illusions and confusion, not seeing clearly, escapism, addictions, fantasy, self-worth, high vibration, healing, unworthiness, expectations, values, and family foundation. This was the only one that came out face down and flew all the way over there. So I feel like this is what, like, you're trying, the universe wants you to not, it's not that they don't want you to see it, but it's like this is not meant to be, family is not meant to be, not that it's not supposed to be a focus, because obviously it has to be a focus if it's something that needs to be addressed. But I think they're trying to tell you to for family foundation to focus on the right direction. You want your 10 of Pentacles, right? That's coming up under here. But where is it? Is it with your family now, with how they view their values, how they are viewing people? Like, is that how you really, is that your 10 of Pentacles? Or is it your son over here? You know, this, not your son like a child, but the son, S-U-N. I think you not fight, but like I said, I don't believe that you're the type of, I think you see the flaws in your family's values and how they present themselves and what they, like I said, what they put value and belief in. But I still think you love your family. For 10 of Pentacles to come out here, it's a struggle. Like, you would be breaking free from some of their own values and beliefs yourself. You've already started to, clearly, with this energy. Like, you don't see exactly like them. You're able to fall for someone and truly love someone that comes from different like situation from you. And that's not, it doesn't, maybe it did bother you in the beginning, maybe there was an aspect of that, I didn't dig deep enough to get that, but whatever that part is, that's healed. That part of has been healed for you, at least. So you're on to the next layer, right, of now trying to figure out whether your Ten of Pentacles, your core values, and everything you see as like everything lies with your family's values, or how your own are shifting. Like it's like you want to kind of transition and create your own Ten of Pentacles now by breaking free of this, like spilling the beans and breaking this push and pulls. Like you want to create your own, with the sun, right? Shining above it. Because family foundation, commitment, home, marriage, celebration, security. So this is coming from the universe's perspective on everything and advice. Not seeing clearly, escapism, illusions, confusion. I think it's pushing you to stay focused on exactly what you're focused on now, is standing in your worth, what you want, your expectations and values, right? Even if they are different from what your family has instilled upon you, they are illusions and they confuse you, right? It causes you not to see everything clearly and kind of stay in this stuck energy, right? So they're urging you to keep working on these illusions, this confusion that you're going through, with your excuse me, with the family and foundation. But with this self-worth here, it's strongly saying to focus on your values. Not, I know family and foundation is here, but because it was face down, I'm feeling that more as you don't want to focus on your family's values and stuff. It's not necessarily, not all of them, but the ones that you see are not great. You know what I mean? Like judging someone based on financial standings is not great. We all, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's telling you not to hold on to those values, to find your own. Find your own. Like when it flipped over, find your own values, your own family foundation. Break free from the illusion and the confusion that your family has created, and stand in your self-worth to create your own Ten of Pentacles, your own family. I'm feeling this strong as trust your heart, your, you know what I mean, whatever you guys want. I mean, it's got to be a joint effort, right? So they'll have to, well, I say that, but there might have to be steps between bridging the distance and when you work on this family stuff, because clearly there's a lot that has to be bridged. But I think this collective, you are on the right track, and this is telling you to keep going that way. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has resonated or helped with someone, and I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.